Now, on to part 2 of my 3-movie week adventure from this past week. I saw Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit. Jack Ryan being a character from Tom Clancy novels, as I later researched. He has been in past movies, but this is the first one portrayed by Chris Pine, also featured in the movie Keira Knightley and Kevin Costner. So this is one of the action movies that kind of goes along the lines of the most recent James Bond films, where the plot is very intelligent. I was able to get the basic concept, which was Jack Ryan, former Marine turned economic analyst due to his vast intelligence. He discovers a plot that Russia is investing a lot of money into the US economy to build us up, and then they're gonna pull it all, causing a Great Depression, and then hit us with a terrorist attack. Chris Pine is one of my favorite newer actors, seeing as he's really only been popular for maybe the last 5 or 6 years. I love him in the Star Trek movies, and he was great in this movie once again as well. He had a character, there was more to it than just the stunts of the movie, and I think he pulled it off very well. I've been going through and rewatching all the old Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and so coming in and being surprised to see Keira Knightley on screen moved her from the context that I had just been watching her hours before into an entirely new one. She pulled off a very convincing American accent, and it was almost so convincing that I began to wonder what part of the US she was from, because it was an American accent with a little bit of a dialect on it. You'll have to hear it for yourself. I'm kind of one of those movie snobs every now and then, so I walked into this thinking, oh, the typical movie tropes of an action film, or, you know, all the tricks that they use with the stunts and the explosions, those don't work on me. And then I got into Jack Ryan, remembered that I'm a guy in my 20s, and those tricks totally do work on me. This was probably one of the best action movies that I've seen in the last several years. It's not a genre that I typically hit that often, but if more movies were made like Jack Ryan's Shadow Recruit, then I would. And I saw it in IMAX, which officially is the definitive way to see an action movie nowadays. The quality could not be beat, the screen completely engulfed my eyeballs, and the sound was earth-shattering. I think on a smaller screen or on a home viewing screen, the impact of it all might be slightly diminished, but I would still give it a 3.5 out of 5. This one comes in at 60% on the tomato meter, thanks to our friends at RottenTomatoes.com, and then 65% approval from audiences. Now, stay tuned for part 3 of my 3-movie week adventure. Next up, I, Frankenstein.